We're going to talk about filters, and to start off this filter tutorial, it's best I start off with a single filter. Let's start with FabFilters Micro. It's a simple single band filter that flips into high pass, low pass. The filter's frequency is controlled here. This controls the Q factor, i.e. it's narrowing the band and resonating. If I extend this, I get what we call self-oscillation, which we used to have in the old days of analog synths. You still get them on modern synths, but it's not a common feature. The idea is that when you extend the bandwidth to the point where it's so tight, it starts to self-resonate. Doesn't matter if it's high frequencies or low. And that is what is controlling this. Now, let's talk about these two. EF stands for envelope follower. This speed controls how quickly the envelope follower grabs changes in the input signal, and this controls the amount of built-in frequency modulation. If I go this way, it's called negative modulation, and this is called positive. The best way to express this to you is to actually pick something a bit dramatic, and let's select the high pass for that. I'll play this drum beat. What we've got happening now is that everything is set to standard. In other words, a 12 o'clock setting on speed is a good compromise between this, which is a very quick reaction from the envelope follower to the incoming audio, or this. And you're going to hear this when I start to play with these knobs. Can you hear that squidging? That's the envelope follower cycling. But if I go this way, you don't hear that, because it's far, far smoother at grabbing the changes in incoming audio. 12 o'clock's a good setting here. Now if I go positive and drag this, listen to this again. Can you hear that sort of cycling phasey effect? Whereas if I go this way, it's far smoother. That's pretty much all you need to know. There's no modulation of any other sort. It's all built in with one envelope follower. Yes, you can do all manner of things with MIDI enable. You can control all of these knobs via MIDI. Okay, this is just a primer so you understand what the filter does. It behaves very much like an EQ filter. In fact, an EQ is made up of fixed filters or variable filters, which we have now. The fixed filters were akin to the old graphic equalizer days, where all you had was gain control and a fixed frequency. We've covered this in all the EQ tutorials. What we didn't have was bandwidth control, and we couldn't change the shapes of the filters, i.e. the responses have always stayed the same. This one also doesn't allow us to select a different response in terms of the slope of the filter. That's what we'll do in the next tutorial.